Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. My name is Melissa and I'm a mystic healer with a decade of tarot reading experience. I offer personal readings and my information is in the description. This is a collective reading for the twin flames and specifically the overall energies surrounding the divine feminine. Because this reading is a collective reading, the messages are not going to be specific to everyone's situation. So if you're interested in having a personalized reading, check out my description. I've already pre-shuffled and selected the cards and reflected on the messages, and I'm going to begin. Okay, so what's happening is there's been a delay in communication. And sometimes what happens when there's a delay, the person who's waiting becomes impatient, restless, and it's like they start to have anxiety and they begin to worry that they're not going to receive contact. And this is because of our childhood woundings, specifically to abandonment and also trusting. So we tend to only believe when we see. And one of the lessons on this journey is trusting. And it's about having a deep knowing that spirit, God, universe, source has something planned special just for you. And often what happens is we don't let go of the things that are not serving our highest good, and we hold on to the negative, and then it prevents us from having our happiness. So this is the energy. The masculine is preparing to contact the feminine. They've been doing a lot of healing and clearing out people, places, and things that are interfering with their energy, because they want to be able to give the feminine attention. They don't want it to be like in the past where, they're constantly saying, I'm busy. Oh, hey, like, I'm sorry, can't hang out, this and that. So this time they want to make sure that they have time to spend with their feminine. But because the feminine's still waiting, they're actually energetically blocking the masculine from returning. So here we have the heartache, because they're waiting. And so it's causing a lot of heartache and pain. And this is because they're thinking about the past. They're refusing to see what's in front of them. And what's in front of them is are these two cups. And these two cups represent the twin flame union. But before this can happen, before the masculine can reach out, the feminine has to leave all of this behind. They have to just walk forward, look to the future, and just they need to just trust. And as you can see, there's this darkness, but there's still light. The light of the moon is illuminating this woman's path. And you can see all these emotions represented by the cups, and the water, which is also our emotions. And so here is the 5 of chalices. And so this is the masculine wanting to give the feminine an olive branch. And as you can see, like, there's still a little bit apprehension, and that's because they've been sitting here focusing on the past. But they want them, you want them, but it's just because it hasn't happened doesn't mean it's not going to happen. But if you're not in resonance with them returning, And when I say resonance, it means like your vibration has to be receptive. And if you're not receptive and you're not trusting and you're just continuing to focus on the past and the current circumstances, then the masculine will not be able to come through. They may reach out, but it's not going to result in the ideal outcome. It'll just result in just like, hey, how's it going? You know, very surface, very surface coming together. But what you want and what the masculine wants is something that's deep, that's tender, that's warm. But you can see here, once again, like there's still this defensiveness. So it's just like, if you look at these two cards, you can see it's the feminine who's not receptive. And you can see how passionate he is towards her. And he's just embracing her. And it's just, it's gorgeous. And both of you need this, you know, by you and them coming together. This is serving, this is contributing to the higher good, the highest good. And so it's just a matter of uniting and sharing this energy and coming together in perfect union, in this perfect balance, the yin and the yang, and just understanding that everything that has happened in the past no longer exists, and the only time is now. And that's one of the things that happens when the feminine and the masculine are together. It's like time stops, and that's because they don't want to be anywhere but where they are right then and there. So this is something that the feminine can try to practicing being in the present moment and keeping yourself grounded and having faith and continuing to work towards your spiritual healing and your spiritual development, and just continuing to become more in tune with you and your intuition and your spiritual gifts and abilities. So that way you can continue to be the balanced feminine, you know, whereas in the past you were needy and desperate and codependent and manipulative. But now that you have been doing this spiritual work, you've changed. You now know. You now know who you are. You know your power. You know your value. You know your worth. And the masculine admires this, and they, you know, they think about being with you all the time. They're so proud of you for everything that you've been through and everything that you've overcome, and they're so proud of who you've become. So it's just them continuing to wait until the resistance that you're creating is removed. And then here we have the Magician. So this is about manifestation. It's about, you know, trusting that the energy that's within and the energy that you're expanding is receptive, right? Because you can trust that this time it's different. You can trust that this time it's like actually going to enter into a committed partnership. And this is happening because you have been completely devoted to your soul's purpose, to helping others, and to developing this higher awareness and this confidence, knowing who you are and embracing all aspects of yourself, embracing everything that's happened thus far, and being open to receiving communication from the masculine. So just stay centered, stay grounded, have faith, continue doing what you've been doing, stop worrying, and just enjoy being in the moment. So those are my suggestions. Also, I have the petrified wood, and this this stone, petrified wood, represents standing the test of time, transformation, strength. And it's also talking about having an unexpected turn of events. So because you've been so devoted and committed to this path, and because you've stand at the test of time, you're going to be rewarded for this. So be receptive, be excited, just have faith and trust in the unfolding.